All right, so let's move to the first slide. Okay, so what I've done is just to make it interesting. You guys know you have actually been on cars with your dad and mom. They have 5 gears, and in some cars there are 6 gears, right? Even for this course, I've decided that let's go with a 5 gear vehicle. Yeah. So the agenda for today is firstly we will start early. As some say, start early, drive slowly, and reach safely. So in the start early, we'll do a kickoff. I'll explain in terms of what all we're going to cover today. We're going to look at what we are looking to teach and what we are looking to learn. We will look at what are the roles and responsibilities of each one of you. And I've actually made a note of the roles using each of your names as such. So each one has got a responsibility. We look at what is the methodology we'll follow. And in the fifth year, we look to see how exactly we can reach safely. Okay. Now, if you guys are comfortable, just type in first gear using the group chat. Great, Harshit. Thank you. Great, Ashish, Vidya. Okay, I think Netra. Yeah, Tanuj, excellent. Netra, you need to learn how to type and use chat. Okay, that's fine. Let's move on. Okay, so first gear typically is, when the car just starts off, right? The first expectation that we have is that all of you should take the sessions seriously. Okay, now, which means what? Which means that you need to log on time. Now, the plan is morning 10:30 and evening 5:30. We're going to start with half an hour classes. Okay, so log on 5 minutes early and be ready when we start. Yeah, that will actually show us that you are serious. Second, and most importantly, we're going to have assignments. We're going to have challenges which need to be completed on time. Okay, now these will be different to the school assignments that you have, right? Sometimes you might need the help of your parents to complete it, but ideally we want you to research, read, and then complete assignments on time. Now, number three is very important. You have to plan your day properly, right? So the 5 elements we want to include on a daily basis is reading. Okay, we will actually select a list of books. It might be PDF books online or books available. We'll make a list of books which you have at this point of time, which you can read on a daily basis. We will anyway learn programming. We will also look at a slide in terms of what are the programming languages we are considering. We will definitely look at entertainment. Now, under entertainment, we might look at maybe a movie or a comedy show. That's something which you can actually plan out at your own home. Any which ways we can't move around. So using the channels, digital channels available at home, we will plan that out. Studies. When I say studies, in whatever class you want. Like Tanvi had an online class to attend today. So we will look at a schedule which actually fits in to that particular studies, right? Studies also means that, sometimes your teachers in school would have actually given some kind of homework due to these holidays now, right? So we'll have to assign time for that on a daily basis. And the last one ideally should have been the first one, is doing this prayer, doing the Japam, doing the meditation or Gayathri that Swami has taught us, right? We know the situation that we are in, right? You kids are aware that the coronavirus is spreading pretty fast across the entire world, right? So I think meditation and prayer, saying that everyone should be same and praying to Bhagwan is very important. Okay, so that is the expectation. So quickly to wrap it up and to summarize, take the session seriously. Do your assignments and challenges on time, and structure your day in such a way that you are entertained. It's not that it's too much of study and assignments throughout the day. We want you to have fun. Okay, so plan that out. Especially reading is very good, very important. You need to have it as a habit. We will anyway learn programming. Ensure that your studies, present studies in whatever class you are continuing. And most importantly, I think as a group, let's start a kind of a prayer meeting where we pray for the entire world. Okay. If you guys are fine with this, you can write, as Harshit says, affirmative. If you agree to these expectations, please write affirmative on the group chat. Excellent, Harshit. Lovely, Vidya. Excellent, Ashish. Lovely, Tanuj. Okay, so I think Nini, you will have to speak with your mom to understand how to type the chat, but that's okay. That's okay. So let's move on. Okay, so what is it that we're looking to teach, and what is it that we're looking to learn? The second gear. So in the second gear, you actually move a bit more faster. So I think individually we had a look at Kodu demos. As such, Kodu, again, as you guys know, is animation kind of software, which is pretty easy for anyone to play around. It's very intuitive as such. The idea is, even though it appears pretty simple, I've seen lots of YouTube videos where complicated games are being created. So we would actually give you links, like 10, 15-minute kind of videos, where you go through the YouTube video and then create the same game using code. Yeah, that's the first thing we'll do, and all of us will do together. The second thing again is Python, and again Python is not for all. It might be a bit complicated for a different earlier age group. What we have done yesterday and the day before is to help people to set it up by downloading Anaconda and Jupyter. I think from Pawan we got a request that we will have to use the versions as such. We'll do that, right? So Python, the thing is, we'll have to download the interfaces, the relevant tools in place with good configuration, so that we can start off with basic program. The other aspect is the Udemy course. Now again, Udemy is basically a digital learning platform. It has got lots of courses, and maybe we'll have a separate discussion on that. But for now, especially for Python, they are 3.5 hours of content which is readily available. The link is something which I've given you. What you need to do, each one of you, is to sign up on Udemy, go to that particular link, and go through the videos. So those, Pawan and Vidya and others as well, anyone having questions in terms of how to download, which version to download, I think the Udemy course, the first lesson would actually help you and guide you through. Go through that. Now again, it is learning. It's not that we're going to teach you right from writing A, B, C, D, E. No, we're not going to do that, right? We're going to guide you. We're going to give you courses. You have to go there proactively, try to understand and do it. In case you're not able to do it, you can anyway come back in the evening session or the next morning session with any kind of questions. We're there to help, right? Uh, Again, in terms of assignments for Python, we'll come to it later, but the expectation is that you write programs on a daily basis. Now here I have to mention that we do a Python online learning for adults, where senior professionals and BTech students are part of it on Saturday and Sunday. The faculty who's doing it was very excited when the other day, Chaitanya and Harshit have written, I think, together more than 300 programs in 3 days. He was going through each and every program, giving them input in terms of what exactly it means, and was very happy with the kind of effort which they're putting in. So others as well, the expectation is that we will anyway go through the basic programs. We will not look at complicating stuff at this particular point of time. So we'll have maybe minimum 10 programs a day to start with, and then we'll take it up from there. So that's about Python, that's about Kodu. And it's not that we're going to sit here and then decide the agenda for all of you. Yeah, we are equal stakeholders in this. In case you feel that other programming languages can be considered, check with your parents, check with your friends, talk to them. Go online, go to google.com, type in what are the best programming languages that kids can learn. Review it. Don't just give me names. You have to review it properly, understand it, speak to your parents, and then come up with your suggestions saying that, okay, this program or that program can be actually considered to be part of this course, and we're more than willing to actually include that. Okay, so in terms of what are being taught, what do we learn? Kodu, Python, we have them in the agenda. And I just wrote R programming, but I'm quite open for any suggestions from you guys. Yeah, shall we move on? Use the chat functionality and type yes, please. Okay, Kashit is first, Tanuj is next, Chaitanya, Vidya, Ashish, excellent. All right, let's move on. Now the third gear, as you know, as your dads move to the third gear, the car moves a bit more faster. Now these are the roles and responsibilities. I might also include Tanuj and Vidya in the Corona do's and don'ts, but uh, I thought we made it relevant. Not that Corona is evil and stuff like that, but we all need to be aware. So Tanvi and Tarun, your responsibility is to give an update in terms of the total number of cases in the entire world, the top 5 countries with the maximum cases. These are the two, right? So Tarun, if you are okay, you need to work with your sister and provide this maybe a 30-second update on a daily basis, morning and evening. Okay, if you are okay with it, just say I'm okay, or type I'm okay in the group chat. Very good. Okay, now Vidya, now do's and don'ts are very important in this case. So I mean, I just gave the examples of how to wash hands and what do we need to do, what we should not be doing. I leave it to you. I leave to your creativity in terms of coming up with a list. And it's not that daily things would actually change, but in case for first couple of days, let's focus on this because all of us have to practice it. And it's very important to practice it. So my request to you, Vijay, is speak to your dad. Go online and make a proper list in terms of what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. Okay, just list. If you're okay with this responsibility, and the expectation is you're going to be given a 30-second slot in the morning and evening to walk us through this. Okay, if you're okay, just type I'm okay. Okay, uncle, that's great. Chaitanya, we are looking at trending world news for you, right? Trending world news is typically what is the overall happenings in the world, a 30-second update on that, maybe different countries in terms of what's happening. And there's a G20 meeting which has just happened yesterday night. Prime Minister Modi has given a 21-day kind of a ban in terms of moving out of the houses. We'll look at all of them. So Chaitanya, are you okay with this responsibility, morning and evening?
Yeah.
You just type I'm okay. Great, thank you. And Ashish, yeah, you've already written I'm okay, which is good. So we would definitely love to have updates from Puttaparthi in terms of, I understand that I think the ashram is not open for anyone coming from outside. Just yesterday, we heard in news that just opposite the higher, the super specialty hospital, I think something has actually come up for quarantining people. So such updates is expected from you. Are you okay with that? You're anyway, I'm okay already, so that's fine. Now, Harshit and Vivek, uh, humor and trivia. We need to have some fun around Harshit. So it might be a joke, whatever it is, or it might be some kind of cartoon which has come in the morning newspaper. You and Vivek, 30-second slot each of you. You know, just entertain us in that 30-second slot in the morning and evening. You're okay with that, Harshit? Can you just type completely okay with it? And no, Vivek is okay. That's fine. You're okay. That's important. All right. Now, Nini, the expectation from you is that you need to check for new games on Kodu and you need to update the rest. Yeah, I'll give you a 30-second slot. I'll help you with that. I'll also help you conversant with this chat functionality so that next time you were able to freely type in, right? Uh, in terms of city updates, we know that each of you are in different cities. Harshit is in Vizag, Nene is in Raipur. We have Ashish, Vijay from Puttaparthi. We have Tanvi and Tanuj from Hyderabad. Chaitanya is from Hyderabad. I'm from Hyderabad. So the expectation is you give a city update in terms of what's happening, the local news, 30 seconds for that. And I think every day I'll try to come up with a different quiz. It's the first challenge for you guys. It can be fun sometimes, but those are the roles and responsibilities, right? So for each and every one, just make a note in terms of what you need to do. And today evening 5:30, my expectation is we're going to start with these updates from Tanvi and Tanuj. Start with next is Vidya, next is Chaitanya, Ashish, Harshit, and Nini, and then we'll have a citywide update before going through a quiz. Okay, if you are okay, can you type "I'm for it," please? Just type "I'm for it" using the chat. Thank you, Harshit. Great, Ashish. Thank you, Chaitanya. Thank you, Tanuj. Thank you, Vidya. All right, okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Now, fourth gear is where the car actually moves a bit more fast. You all know what's the kind of methodology we're going to use in this class, right? We're going to learn by doing. It's not going to be a teaching methodology where, in school, what happens is your teachers teach your subjects, they come into the class. For the next 45 minutes, they tell you, for example, max, they will teach you all with respect to numbers or whatever the topic be. Here, it's more experiential learning. So we're going to give suggestions. We're going to point you to resources, to books, to Udemy courses, to YouTube links, and you're going to go there. You're going to try it out. You might actually not be able to do to start with, but you will learn. You will learn on your own. So that's very important. We will learn by doing stuff. It's not just listening to lectures. Okay, that's number one. Number two, very importantly, it's not that I'm going to sit here in my room and then teach you morning and evening. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. You guys are going to learn. I'm going to assign different responsibilities to each one of you. You want to learn on your own. Use that time. Come back and I'll give you maybe a 5-minute slot. Use that 5-minute slot to teach others. Okay? You understand more by teaching, right? You learn by doing. You understand by teaching. Already said, you're going to read through blogs. You're going to go through online courses of your own. Also, we look to sharing some good talks where you can listen to those good talks. In the entertainment section, again, you have channels of YouTube, you have your own laptop, you have your own TV, the local channels, and other media. We would definitely suggest different modes of channels for you to be entertained and having fun. Okay, we will definitely have fun. It's not going to be too serious, and importantly, it's not going to be too light. Okay, we're going to take the session seriously, but definitely we're going to have fun. More importantly, the learning is through project and assignments. Okay, so I'm going to give you maybe a link or a Udemy course or a YouTube video. You'll have to go through that. You'll have to complete the assignment. You've got to show everyone in terms of what you've done. Okay, this is the methodology that we're going to do for the rest of whatever schedule we have. In terms of reaching safely, what is the entire intent of having this particular course, right? We want to develop the ability to self-learn, right? There's so much of learning which can happen using the different channels which you have, right from your school is a channel, to online YouTube is a channel, your TV is a channel, your parents are channels. Now you see all of your parents, most of the parents are in the IT industry. So, which means what? They have so much of knowledge. And I'm pretty sure the minimum experience that each of your mother and father would be having is 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years in some cases. Learn from them, right? You might feel that he's your dad, she's your mom, so you take them for granted. But there's so much of things which you can learn from them. Okay. So self-learning is very important, right? Ability to teach others. Ability to teach others, it actually leads to the next one. How to talk with clarity, right? I'm talking in English, right? Simple English. I'm not using any complicated words, management words to impress, right? How do we express ourselves properly? Because without that expression, you can't teach others. Why is it important to teach others? You will learn more. I've seen my own son. So Sai Chaitanya was part of the group. He started this 3 days back. He started actually teaching Harshit. He started teaching Nini. He started teaching Vivek, and he was utilizing his time so optimally, right? And I've seen that, and it is so useful because I've seen he's developed a skill in a very very short time, and that skill is something which each one of you can develop on your own. And this platform is being created not just for us to improve or showcase our skills, but showcase your skills as well. Okay. Next one is very important: ability to influence. In this particular time, you can see on TV, so many people are going on the road even now, right? Maybe sometimes someone within your own home is actually going out without a solid reason. I mean, we know it is dangerous to step out of the house unless it is very very important. If someone is not doing it, how do you influence? Are you aware of it, right? Are you vigilant? Are you alert, right? So how to develop this ability to influence is something which we'll also look at to develop as such. And I think finally, you all of us will have to develop this ability to include everyone in our daily prayers, right? As Swami says, samasta loka sukhina bhavantu. We'll have to include, right? That's very very important. If you literally look at the entire world, you can see it started in China. It's moved to different countries now. I think US in New York is bearing the brunt. The cases are increasing. The hospitals are full. They don't have the equipment, right? There's so many countries in Australia, in New Zealand, in Pakistan, and in different countries. You see, everyone is very, very afraid. The entire human consciousness is very, very afraid, right? Am I going to die? Right? If I go out and somehow get this virus, am I going to live longer? These are the things which are happening in the world. So what is our role, right? Swami is ensuring that we are very safe at home and include everyone in your prayers. Wholeheartedly pray that Swami takes care of each and everyone. So that's also very important. Yeah. So that's the fifth gear. So if you look at it, just to summarize, we will look to self-learn. We will look to teach others. We will give opportunities to teach. We will include everyone in our prayers. Right? Let's start. If all of you guys are okay, can you just say, let's start with it. Yeah. Excellent. Ashir, Tanuj, Vedya, excellent. Ashish, Chaitanya, you there? Great. All right. Excellent. All right. Good. So today being the first day, I've just set some expectations. Um, I think Kodu is something which all of you had a demo on, so I don't want to keep boring you with too many demos. Let me just give you uh, one assignment for today. I'll share with you, and parallelly, guys, we also have a WhatsApp group, right? Your parents' numbers are included. So whenever we want to make an announcement, like the schedule for the day or any kind of Udemy course, we will actually share there, so you can actually pick it up from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share two YouTube links of Kodu games, right? Go through those until evening. Try to make the same games using Kodu, and we will see a demonstration by each one of you in the evening class at 5:30. Right? So I'm going to give you those links on WhatsApp, so you can go through those. But the expectation is, if I can just quickly go back, right? The expectation is at 5:30 today evening. I want an update from Tanvi Tarun on the Corona update worldwide. Vidya, do's and don'ts. Chaitanya, trending world news. Ashish, any Puttapati news. Harshit, humor trivia. Nini, update on new games available. And each of you just look at the news maybe around 4:30. Look at the latest updates within your city and let me know. And we're going to have a quiz in the evening. Okay, so I think we're going to close now. I apologize that I've taken so long, uh, but for me to set the expectations and waiting for everyone actually took time. Now we'll be more disciplined from now. We're going to start exactly at 5:30. We're going to end exactly at 6, and let's I think move on from there. Okay. So on the WhatsApp group, I'm going to share two YouTube links for today. Go through those and let's meet sharp at 5:30. I would request you guys to log in at.
Excuse me.
Yes, Netra. Just Nini, sorry.
I didn't understand the assignment you said.
Okay. So there are two things, Nini. First is you need to check for new games on YouTube for Kodu and let everyone else know what are the new games we can actually design using Kodu. I'll help you with that. I'll give you a call. And secondly, I need an update on Raipur in terms of what are the number of cases of corona over there and any local news. Okay, these are the two.
Hello. Excuse me.
Yeah, who's this?
Vidya uncle.
Yeah, Vijay, tell me.
I should list them on paper.
Oh, yeah, okay. You see,
The do's and don'ts.
you have access to your laptop, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is my dad's laptop.
Which is fine. So you know how to use a PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint.
Yes, uncle.
Yeah, just make a slide and use the do's and don'ts. Try to be a bit more creative. So good that you mentioned with you, all of you. Maybe it's not that we're going to learn programming and Kodu, etc. We can also start to use Microsoft PowerPoint. So the update can be in PowerPoint, maybe a slide, and I'll leave that to you in case you want to give a verbal update, which is fine, or in case you want to put on 5-6 points on a slide and show the slide to us, that is also fine. Okay, so anyone has any other questions before we stop for today?
We have to give message in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint.
No, you can actually give a verbal update. बोल के दे सकती है, no problem.
Can it be multiple number of slides?
It can be depending on how much content you have. It can be.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending, and we'll meet at 5:30 in the evening. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Let's go.